Okay guys, did some work in the greenhouse and obviously I want to be cleaning this up. The temperature went down way from yesterday, so it's only like 100 degrees in here. Plus I've had the door open for a little bit here, which we have a screen door, but I've been in and out. Okay, my African violets. Here's the deal guys. I found that for me, the African violets that grew on the floor of the greenhouse, I haven't tried them on the upper shelf, had a much stronger root base than the other African violets. So I'm pretty happy about that. So I'm going to see what happens with these. I actually just put them in peat moss, nothing else, so we'll see what happens. I know there's African violet soil and all that type of thing, but I just said let's see what happens here. So these guys all have water, and I have, let's see, 11 more plants to plant, leaves to cut off, because here's what I'm thinking. That being from New York, that the weather's going to start to turn, and one of two things can be happening here. These guys are going to get too hot in the greenhouse with the August and July sun, which means I'm going to have to probably move them on the back porch, which last year or the year before I had African violets on the back porch and they did really nice. Or they're going to stay in here if they continue to get that strong root system. And then if I have enough plants, I can cross-pollinate, kind of see what happens. Clay's going to probably not want the house filled with too many African violets, so I'll keep the plants that I feel are the ones I'm going to mess with. And then also too, I'm going to bear in mind that over the winter, I'm not sure how they're going to do because of the lighting in the house. It's not that bright. We cover the windows, but we're going to see what happens. So I'm hoping that they all make it, but if they don't, they don't. But, this is what I'm thinking. Make enough plants to cross-pollinate, to bear in mind they may not make it through the winter or the summer, so make a ton and then weed out from there. Now here's an interesting thing I want to show you. Now this one here that you see, I cut the top of the leaf off because it was dead when I first planted it, and it still made a nice root system. So, I did even plant a stem of one of them just to see if it did anything. So far my take on it is to grow good. They need the sun, but not the hot sun, but apparently these guys like the hot sun, and they're doing fine in the greenhouse. But if I put the same group in my front window, it just burns the leaves. So they're doing okay in the backyard, which must be the north, I guess. And also, so in the greenhouse in the north, and also too, the ones in the dirt and the water that I was starting from leaves did not get as strong as the ones on the bottom shelf of the greenhouse. So let's see how many I end up with as time goes on, but these are some. I'm planting some more, and then as I'm going along, I'm going to start to weed out, probably keep 3 of each color, and then cross-pollinate from there, and see how many I can keep that's going to work for me, and the excess I'll probably give them away as gifts or something like that, give to my son, whatever. But anyway, just so you can see what's happening and what I'm thinking. So if you decide you're going to cultivate cultivate African violets, if you have a greenhouse, that's great. If not, use a sunny window and plant a lot if you're gonna cross-pollinate, and then over the winter you'll find out what you have to deal with. So that's my take. A little rambling here. I'm sorry about that, guys, but anyway, I'm thinking as I'm talking, so I will see you guys in my next video.